Yeah, first task, rename next to held. So there's this idea that we're going to have for each desk now that it can be one of three different states. It can be dead, it can be alive, or it can be what I've been calling next, um, which is not a great name because we use next in several other contexts, including within Clay, and this is all happening within Clay. And so um, the idea here is that a desk which is dead isn't running any apps. A desk which is alive is running the apps that are specified in its desk.bil. And a desk which is in the next, or what we're now going to call the held state, says basically, I'm not running these apps, so they're suspended or else we're never running in the first place. However, every time a commit comes in, or every time something comes in that might change it, actually, I think it's only commits. We're going to go ahead and try to run the apps on this desk, and either that works or it doesn't. If it doesn't work, it doesn't kill the event. It doesn't do anything like that. All it does is says that it says that, well, but basically, if it doesn't work, nothing happens, right? So we defer this into a new event by setting a timer, and then when that timer comes back, we go ahead and go to take park next, which is here, and we just try to compile it. So we try to set the zest, so the state of this desk, to live, and then try to compile it. If that fails, that'll crash the whole event. But since it's in its own timer, that's not a problem. Right. So if there's an error, we just print out the error and don't do anything more, which is fine. Okay. So reasons you'd use held, or what is called next here, and we're about to rename, is when you're installing an app, you set that desk to this held state so that it knows, and then try and download that desk. So once the download finishes, it'll trigger this, and it'll try to start the apps as soon as the next commit comes in. It'll try to start the apps. If that succeeds, great. If it doesn't succeed, the commit will still happen, and it'll just start waiting for the next commit. And when that commit comes in, it'll try again. It'll keep trying until it succeeds, which is exactly the behavior you want on install. It's also the behavior you want when a Kelvin upgrade goes through, because so if you have a Kelvin upgrade and some app is not ready for it yet, it's not yet compatible with the new version, you want to be able to suspend that app such that as soon as that app does become compatible, it starts automatically. That so held will do that as well. You force it into this held mode. Now it's suspended. The Kelvin upgrade goes through, and then eventually the update comes in. Everything gets started going again. Great. Okay. So that's what held is, and we can go and do the renaming